Thrifters, Dan the Thriftman here with my first Thriftman 101 video called 10 Secrets to Thrift Store Treasures. And we're going to be talking about the things that you need to do to find the really good stuff at the thrift stores. So we'll start off with number 10 here, which is what's on the outside of the box. When you go to the thrift store, sometimes items are in the box still, and you really can't believe what's on the outside of the box. Sometimes it can be something really good inside, or you might open it up and find that somebody has put something in the box that you really don't want, and you don't want to get home and find out that you've really bought something and it's not the thing not the item. So always check what's in the box, and you might be pleasantly surprised, or you might find out, hey, I don't really want this item. Number 9, I would say, is find out when they have sales at your thrift store. I know there's thrift stores here that have once a month, they have like a big sale, like with 50% off. Sometimes they have like a weekly sale where they have certain items, the prices on the item are in blue or in green or in different colors, and they'll have a sale on that item, that certain color, on that day. So, find out when those days are, and look for those items with those sale prices on them. Number 8 is avoid the high-priced thrift stores. I know I go to a lot of thrift stores in the area where I live, and there's certain ones that just do not have good prices, and there's just no use to frequenting those stores because they just never seem to put things at a price that I want to pay. So one trick is just to avoid those and go to the ones that really discount the items, and just avoid the ones that don't. Number 7 would be to look up unique items. If you find an item in a store and you're not sure about it, look the item up and see if it has some value. Go on eBay or even Amazon sometimes and see what that item is selling for, and if if it's not something you want really, but you see that it's selling for $100 and they've got it priced at $5, you can always buy it, take it home, and sell it on eBay or put it in Craigslist. But I would say if you see an item and you think it's kind of unique, look it up and see if you can get some information about it. I did that one time with I found a DVR, and I think I paid $10 for it, and I believe I was able to get like $200 when I put it on Craigslist. So it's something you can, you want to keep your eye out for those high value items. Number 6 is barter with the manager. Now, some managers aren't open to, bartering with them, bringing the price down. But if you see an item at a thrift store and you keep seeing it there over and over again, they're most likely going to want to try to get rid of it at some point. And if you really want it, talk to the manager and see if they'll come down on a price. There was an item, I think it was a snow globe, a Disney snow globe that I wanted, and it was in the showcase of the thrift store, and every day I'd go in there, it would still be there, And for a couple weeks it was there. And finally I, went to the manager and said, hey, I'll buy that, but I don't want to pay that much for it. This is how much I'll pay you for it. And they agreed, and I got the item. So, it's kind of a scary thing at first to go to the manager and ask for a lower price, but sometimes it works. The next, number 5, if you're looking for a particular item, ask the manager or somebody on the sales floor. If there's certain items you're going to the thrift store to find, just go ahead and you don't see it on the floor. They've got tons of items in the back, and they may or may not go in the back if they know they've got that item and bring it out and, mark it down, mark a price on it for you, and you can either, accept the price or try to barter with them. But I would always, ask if you're not seeing the items that you want, and maybe in the future if they see you in the store, that they'll say, hey, we got one of those items in. Let me, bring it out of the back, or let me show you where it's at. And so, by building a relationship with the people that work in the store, they might, keep an eye out for you for items that you're looking for. The number 4 trick is to visit thrift stores soon after the holidays and weeks following popular vacations, like the 4th of July, or times when people are taking time off from work, and they usually will take that time to go through their stuff sometimes and go into their basements and into the attics and try to clean things out, and a lot of times they'll take those items to the thrift store. So those are good times to be visiting the thrift store frequently and seeing what kind of items are showing up there. My number 3 secret is find thrift stores in affluent areas. Now, you'll be able to find good quality items at any thrift store, but my experience has shown me that if you go to thrift stores that are now sometimes in suburbs, in nice suburbs, and go to those stores, you'll more often than not find a lot higher quality merchandise. I've seen, items that were from like minks and furs and things that I wouldn't be interested in, but I've bought smart TVs, just all kinds of stuff. I mean, when you have middle class, upper middle class, and rich people, they're gonna, turn their stuff over to Goodwill a lot more frequently than, people in other areas. So I would, try to find a thrift store somewhere where you know that people have high-paying jobs and that they may want to replace their items with new items and get rid of their old items. So a good trick is, and a good secret is, to go to those stores in the affluent areas of your city. The number 2 secret is find out when items get placed out to be sold. Now this is kind of an important one, because I go to a lot of thrift stores where they're not moving merchandise from the back warehouse area into the actual store, and so a lot of times there's just things have been picked over, and there's just nothing to find. And if you can be there when they're bringing items out, you can sometimes just pick up those items right off the carts that they have. Some stores allow you to do that, and others want you to wait till they put them on the shelf. But I have found so many really good items just as they start to bring it out, on their carts to put on the shelves, and I just go ahead and grab it. And so if you can find out from the store employees or the manager when those items are going to be brought out, or when do they usually stock their shelves, that can really give you a heads up of when to go to that store to look for some high quality merchandise. And the last secret, the number one secret, is visit the thrift stores often, if not daily. Really, luck favors the persistent when it comes to thrifting. So if you go every day, or at least every other day, to the thrift stores, you'll really increase the chances that you're going to really come out with some really good merchandise and things that maybe you're looking for. I know a lot of people say they go to they've gone to thrift stores and they couldn't find anything, so they never went back. But you really have to be consistent. You're going to find days where you go in there and you don't find a thing. And then there's other days you're going to go in and you're going to walk out with a whole bag of stuff. So, really you need to, make an effort to be consistent and persistent when you visit the thrift stores. And so that's all I've got. Hope you enjoyed this first Thriftman 101 video. If you did, why don't you give me a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you would. And also, if you have any questions or comments, or maybe you disagree with what I just told you, but leave me a comment, and also ring that notification bell below this video so you'll be notified in the future if when my videos go up on YouTube. So anyways, this is Dan the Thriftman, and I hope you have a good one, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.